Hello and welcome, everybody. Sorry, it threw me off. I'm usually on the other side. Welcome to Dan Excelsior, the Mostly Marvel podcast. I'm your host, Ricky. With me, as always, Dennis. This week, we continue on the
I called it the Bat Crusade.
the
Cape Crusade. The Cape Crusade.
The Cape Crusade. How did Batman get that name? Because it's like Crusade.
Cape Crusaders. It's the two of them.
But Crusader has like religious connotation, doesn't it?
I think that's one definition of it.
I
think it's undertaking a quest that's deeply rooted in principle. I think is probably more of the accurate interpretation of crusade.
A crusader is historically a participant in medieval military expeditions. A person who campaigns vigorously for political, social, or religious change. All right.
There you go.
All right. There we go. Learn something new.
It's principles, whether they be religious, political, or social.
Got it. We're talking about Batman.
1989.
It is the only movie called Batman. Technically,
it is the only movie with an adjective and article lists Batman. It's just Batman. You're right.
Yeah, just Batman, not the Batman.
Not the Batman, and not Batman the movie, even though it is a movie.
Just Batman.
Yeah. Tim Burton's great contribution to comic book film, and honestly, like it's a genre defining movie, and so I was really excited that we got to watch this one again, because it's been a while. I have my gripes with it, but only as an older man. Actually, when I was a kid, this movie was perfect to me. I couldn't fault this movie. You know what I mean? I had to grow up and understand like the things that shouldn't be or should be, and blah blah blah. But it was fun because I felt like when I watched this last night, I watched it more with the kid glasses than I did with the adult glasses. So
see, as long as you put those on, everything's good.
Sometimes, but that said, let me know when you want to watch Return of the Swamp Thing, because man, kid glasses are awesome for that movie.
Yeah, when we're really hurting for content, we might pull that trigger. We're getting Daredevil pretty soon.
Yeah. I did tell you, like, full disclosure, I did watch both Swamp Things after we had the conversation about Swamp Thing.
Yeah, because you're a freak.
That's because of Constantine.
Curse.
And then I ended up buying the entire Alan Moore run of the book. I just got it in the mail the other day, so I'm going to start reading those this weekend. But I'm on a Swamp Thing kick right now.
I'm like you with hobbies. If I find something I like, I go all in. Like, I needed to get some shoes shined, right? So I priced out like, it's like $15 to take my shoes to get shined. But then I go down the shoe shining YouTube rabbit hole, and like shoe polish is only $10. So I bought some shoe polish, and my entertainment for the past 2 days was shining my shoes to get them, see how shiny I can get them. And there's a technique to it, but I appreciate that you can also do the same thing with media. You find something that interests you, you can just watch everything.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also not just about like, I think the thing is I think I know what media is out there. And so I already have a game plan in my head of like, if I'm going to consume these, it's going to go in this order. You know what I mean? Like, I almost went down the rabbit hole further and started watching the series again, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. But highly recommend at some point on the show, we do the Return of Swamp Thing. I cannot recommend the first one for several reasons that you won't like it. One, it's incredibly, it feels very dated. Like, like, I don't know. You know how Batman last week, the Batman movie, it feels dated, but at the same time, it also kind of feels like strangely like timeless because it's like a cartoon almost. You know what I mean? It's very cartoony, right? It's
Oh,
very
timeless.
not timeless quite, but like it's very cartoony. So you forgive the time period that it's in, right? You know what I mean? Like the silliness is so over the top. The first Swamp Thing movie is directed by Wes Craven. I think it was something he really it's written and directed by Wes Craven. So I believe it's something he really campaigned to get. It's one of his first movies, and it just looks like a product of 1981 on a very low budget, and the costume is terrible. It's not good. And so I think if you're going to do a superhero movie, I think your goal at minimum is to make him look good, right? Like,
They
right?
gotta look like the Thing. It's
They
just
gotta look
usually my
like the
bar,
thing.
even
And
if it's
so
for a
like,
second.
so you won't like Swamp Thing, the first one, but boy, did they correct that in the second one. It's pretty cool. It's cool. So, anyways, I'm done campaigning for Swamp Thing for right now. We have plenty of Batman movies to talk about for the next few months, in addition to Daredevil, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, Supergirl.
Spider-Man Noir.
Oh yes, Spider Noir is what they're
Spider
calling.
Noir.
That's what they're calling it. Yeah. Many other things like it's a busy
Masters of the Universe. I
Masters of the
imagine
Universe, the
the
the the
movie.
boys, the boys, and Invincible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's this year's packed. So that's why we chose an easy one for filler. Is there's like a handful of Batman movies, right? It's like, is it like 10 Batman movies?
That was enough.
66, and then there's 4, and then there's
3.
3, and then another 1.
3 and 1. And then if you count
9?
if you it depends on where you put the Flash and Batman v Superman and Justice. Like, I don't know where you put those.
I see. I see. Or the Mask of the Phantasm
Yeah. Yeah, there's 10-ish.
is at least 10. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we got 10 filler. I wouldn't say filler. We're going to enjoy talking about them because Batman is a very iconic superhero in just pop culture, and also just like, I mean, he kind of set the bar for a long time with superhero movies. Like, that was after 89 Batman, it's kind of the bar.
It really did fuck up a lot. Well, let's say fuck up, but there was a James Cameron Spider-Man that was going to happen very close to 89 Batman.
Yes, but I think that had more to do with legal disputes than Batman.
I can't imagine though. You see Batman while you're trying to work on this other thing. You're like, oh shit, this is pretty good. We gotta pivot, guys.
We got to pivot. I think
Somehow we got Avatar out of all of that. So
we got a lot of things that weren't Spider-Man out of that, but yes. But in any case, we will talk about Batman later. As we do always on the show, we like to warm up. We like to get the nerd appetizer going. So I got to ask you, Ricky, what have you been nerding out on this week?
what did I nerd out on my week that was aside from celebrating President's Day?
How did you celebrate President's Day?
By not doing anything.
It's very presidential of you.
Yeah, there you go. My week that was we finished Shrinking, or we're caught up to Shrinking.
Okay.
That show, yeah, I think I mentioned last week, turns into kind of How I Met Your Mother in terms of who they bring on the show, which makes sense. I also didn't realize that some of those episodes are directed by Zach Braff.
Okay.
Which now looking back makes sense for some of the comedy that they bring into it. Michael J. Fox pops in,
Mm-hmm.
and you get to see I'm saying William Hurt for some reason. Harrison Ford deal with his
It's
Parkinson.
because
His
he replaced.
yeah, his character's Parkinson diagnosis. You see him go through that, and he does the movements. I'm like, okay, they're going for it.
But they got Michael J. Fox on the show as like a consultant.
I think that's why.
Fair
They're making good, but that show's fun. It's funny. It has highs of highs, but it cuts deep when some of the stuff that they make fun of. So I'm happy to be caught up there. Other than that, I've been, you know what, it's funny. I've been itching to watch. You and Lindsay, I'm assuming, have the same thing where you have like movies you need to show each other. I think we've talked about it.
More me than her, but yeah.
I'm kind of going through my list, and like the two that stand out that I can't stop thinking about are Speed Racer. I really like that movie. I think we should do it. We should talk about that movie on the show.
Okay.
Second one being Arrival, which I don't think we should talk about, but I do like that movie a lot.
You know, there's an older movie called Arrival with Charlie Sheen.
I'm not talking about that one.
I know you're not. I like Arrival. It's a good movie.
Yeah, but something I can't get Speed Racer out of my mind. It's been a.
I'm open to Speed Racer on this show. I think that's it fits perfectly fine. Like, I think Speed Racer the movie walked so One Piece the TV show could run.
Yeah, I think Speed Racer relates a lot to Batman 89 and just like going for it, you know, like, well, I don't say stick to the source material, but trying to like just embrace the wackiness, right?
I feel like Speed Racer is more like Batman Forever than it is Batman 89.
I won't say Batman the movie.
Oh, you mean 66 or the 66? Yeah, 67. Yeah, for sure. You know, I've actually, honestly, I've had just a smile on my face all week since we watched that movie. That movie was awesome. Like,
I'm happy I watched it. I don't think I ever want to watch it again.
Yeah, for sure. Don't get me wrong. It's incredibly stupid also, right? Like, I'm not biased in any way. I know it's stupid, but man, that movie's funny. Like, sometimes a movie's so stupid, it's funny. And I had a blast watching that one. So so yeah, it's a really interesting thing to stack all the Batmans next to each other because they're all weird. they're all weird in their own different way, like every single one of them.
Where you mentioned stupid but funny, where do you fall in line in like the Jackass movies and I guess show?
I'll watch them if they're on.
All right.
Like I don't go out of my way to watch.
Well, there's only 4 of them, but
I've probably seen them all.
Soon to be 5.
I've probably seen all the movies. I used to watch the show if it was on. But yeah, it wasn't something I went out of my way to watch. You got to be in the mood to watch people harm themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like being in the UFC kind of mood or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, what have I been nerding out on is what you asked just now, I think.
Oh yeah, sorry. You mentioned UFC. Did you see who's fighting each other on Netflix? No. Your 2 favorite failed actresses. Gina Carano, or disgraced actresses, and Ronda Rousey are going to be fighting each other.
Wait, when does Ronda Rousey become my favorite disgraced actress or fighter?
Well, she has some questionable takes.
Yeah, but I don't like her. I've never liked her.
Oh.
I used to love the crap out of Gina Carano.
I did like, man, I when I saw the news today, I'm like, man, I remember when I first watched Haywire, I saw a screener of that, like very early.
I saw Haywire in theaters by myself.
And the fight with Michael Fassbender is like,
yep,
it's pretty good.
It's good, man. But that's because of Steven Soderbergh, you know.
Yeah,
he just makes good movies. So I think that was. I almost feel like Haywire was like on a bet to be like, I could take a really terrible actress and make a good movie out of it. You know what I mean? Does it not feel like it was a bet that movie? Like a little bit.
God, what was the last movie?
He's done recent stuff, but like I don't like it doesn't register on the same scale anymore. Is what his stock is not as high as it used to be. Okay, while you're looking that up, I will tell you what I've been nerding out on.
Okay.
We beat Absalom. We got the super cool final ending of Absalom. It's I told you about that game before. It's a 2-player beat 'em up that takes place in fantasy kind of world, and it's a roguelike. I mentioned it a couple weeks ago.
You're saying like everything that does not resonate with me. So sorry.
Yeah, but I did talk about it before because Ron Funches likes Absalom, and that's why I played it. But we beat it over the weekend, and it's super cool. I highly recommend that game. If you're ever looking for that old school couch co-op experience, but with something to actually give you and your friend like a quest to actually complete, that game is true. It's pure magic. It's really good. It's a excellent game. Speaking of magic, did you see that Magic is in Fortnite now?
The Gathering?
No. The character. Yes.
Oh.
Magic and Luna Snow got added to Fortnite yesterday or 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Let's see. Luna Snow was created from the game, right?
But NetEase created her. Not from Rivals, but from their previous game. The Future Fight. Future Fight. Yeah.
All right. I mean, that looks like Magic.
It looks 100% like Magic. Even the shorts.
Does Lockheed come as like a pet?
No, not yet. I was pretty shocked about that.
I do like the shorts. She needs the yellow X-Men suit, though. Yeah.
The yellow X-Men suit would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, no, I was pretty stoked about that one. Just have that surprise yesterday. And then so I geeked out and had to get my Magic. I'll wait for another day for Luna Snow. Not as priority to me. And then what else?
Give me Jeff. Jeff is bad.
And then whatchamacallit? I've been watching wrestling. Wrestling is great as always. Dom Mysterio finally wrestled again for the first time since his injury yesterday. Yesterday was an excellent
What's the next PLE?
Elimination Chamber. So the Royal Rumble, once it's done, Royal Rumble winner gets to choose which title to go after at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Elimination Chamber winner gets to default to the other title at WrestleMania.
Okay.
So this is Royal Rumble is considered the road to WrestleMania. Really what it translates to is title holders don't lose their titles between now and April. It's kind of annoying. But if you accept it for that's what it is, it's okay. You know, it just means you get to have juice stats if you win the title anytime before Royal Rumble, because you're gonna keep it. You're gonna keep it until WrestleMania. It really.
Then WrestleMania is June or July?
April.
Oh,
yeah, it's okay. It's like tax weekend. Tax. Yeah.
Okay.
It's always to celebrate tax time.
Back in Vegas.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else. I think Clark and I mentioned we've been watching Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. That's a pretty cool show. I know what I've been watching a ton of. I was trying to figure it out. Curling.
Oh, I was gonna ask. I know you're pretty big on the Summer Olympics, but you don't really watch. You haven't. This is your first mention of the Winter Olympics.
I don't normally love them, but damn it, I love curling.
What do you think? Did Canada cheat or what?
You know, I didn't see that moment. I heard about it though. I heard about it this morning. I have to go look it up. I haven't checked.
I am interested. So there is a curling club very close to us that does like try it out classes, and I'm like, I'd throw down on curling.
I think you'd be better at the sweeping than the other part of it. I'm just saying. Have you seen how low those guys get when
I try both? Sure. I mean,
I feel like you're gonna throw out your back trying to get down as low as those guys get.
Eh.
But no, it's not that I'm actively going out of my way to watch curling. What's funny is every day at a random time of the day, I decide let's see what's on the Olympics, and I turn it
Mhm.
on, and I swear to God, for the last 10 days, there's always curling. There's always
Yeah,
curling
there's a
on.
lot of curling.
Yeah. And so it's been pretty entertaining to watch that. I get sucked into it. I like the figure skating. Also, it reminds me of the gymnastics, but on ice. You know what I mean? Sometimes I see them do stuff, and I'm like, oh, I get scared because I think they're gonna hurt themselves, like or cut themselves or something like that. And then I realize I'm like, ah, that sense of fear is probably what makes it fun. So I've decided I like the ones that are scary. Um, we were
Usually
watching
you get more points if it's scary.
Yeah, we were watching bobsled last night, and Lindsay's convinced that shouldn't be a sport because it's literally just a ride. Like,
It's a little more technical. They are like breaking.
I don't. I
Like, did
think
you see the guy? It was a U.S. team. So the 4-person bobsled at the start, the 3 people, number 2, number 3, number 4, fell, and they didn't make it. So you have the one guy
they're dead.
steering.
They're dead now.
No,
Oh,
but
you
so
mean they
you
just
have
didn't make
one
it?
guy
Okay.
going down. So the weight's all fucked up, and you steer in the front, and the brakes are in the back. So you see him like
Oh my
as he's
god!
coming to the end, slide to the back and just like slam on the brakes
Oh
so he
my
doesn't
god!
die
Does
coming
it still
in.
does it still count if the other
Yeah, it's
guys?
an official run, but it's also like, does he doesn't want to die because he can't
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
No,
I'm just saying. I think it's a sport. My wife is not convinced yet on that one. So if any Olympic bobsledders want to come on our show and talk
yeah, we can
nerdy, and
watch
also
Cool Runnings to celebrate.
I do love Cool Runnings. It's great. It's a great movie. But yeah, that's all I've been nerding on. I can't think of anything else.
Should we get into it?
Sure.
News. Right. Is it New York Toy Fair or is it just Toy Fair?
It's New York Toy Fair.
New York Toy Fair was this past week, and we got a look at some more Marvel Legends that are coming your way. And we talked about Professor Hulk. I think we saw the gun, but now we
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
full look at him.
I gotta say, I don't like. I have mixed feelings
Hmm.
because all I needed them to do was like you don't understand how close Hasbro is to finally replacing every single Toy Biz figure that's ever existed inside or outside of the Marvel Legends line.
Yeah.
And there was like a wave of Hulk classics that they did. That was same brandings that they put on that
Mhm.
abomination that came out a while back, and the same branding that's going on this one on the box. They're just using the art from other people's work. It's really hilarious. But the Professor Hulk, or he was called Smart Hulk back then in the in
Smart.
the toy, the Smart Hulk toy from Toy Biz is so damn good that he's one of the few toys I have not gotten rid of out of my Toy Biz collection. And one of the things that I loved about him is proportionately, he's a little different than the normal Hulk that we're used to. He's
He's
a little
smaller.
he's a little slimmer. Like it's more of like I wouldn't say like a swimmer's body, but it's more like a standard superhero body where like but proportionally to the Hulk, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm saying he looks more like an Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of guy,
Saying
right?
this guy's too
And
buff.
I'm saying they just reuse the Hulk's parts and put a belt on him. And then what's worse off is what bums me out is he's not wearing shoes.
What are his
Now,
slippers?
granted, he comes with bunny slippers, but I think one of the cool things about Professor Hulk is he's stable enough in his look that he can do the same thing She-Hulk does, which is actually get custom shoes made. So the Professor Hulk has boots. Now, I do love that they found a way to cover up those generic Hulk feet that they've been using. I do think it's a bummer that they didn't just use the new Hulk feet that have the toe articulation. But to give you something to cover up the feet, they give you the bunny slippers. I think the bunny slippers are freaking awesome. So that's why I'm like mixed feelings on this, because he does look good. The heads are awesome. The heads are everything I remember about the comics.
Mhm.
But the one bummer I feel is the same bummer I had with Maestro, which is both Professor Hulk and Maestro are civilized enough to have their own boots. And
Maestro has
they
boots or no?
what's up?
Maestro doesn't have boots.
Maestro also has boots in the comic too. And so I was kind of bummed that both toys took the easy way out, and just because they're like, well, we're already using the Hulk's legs, might as well use his feet. You know what I mean?
I do want a Maestro in the MCU. That is on the top of my list.
That would be freaking sick. I love the Maestro. Like, so my thing is like the comic that I read, Smart or Professor Hulk, whatever, is the first time I also read Maestro too. They're both in the same comic. It's a comic called Future Imperfect by Peter David. He's also written a lot of episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation and other stuff, lots of sci-fi. And so it's a time travel story where Smart Hulk goes to the future and finds out that in the alternate timeline, or the timeline that he traveled to, he himself is the only living superpowered individual, because there was atomic war or nuclear war, and then next thing you know, he just went around and killed all the remaining ones that would stand in his way, and then he enslaved the human race. And it's really, it's not a story like, that's incredibly original. We've seen stuff like that before, but something about it was just really cool because the Maestro keeps a trophy room.
It's the plot of the Buzz Lightyear movie.
Is it? I'm sure it is.
It basically is. So spoilers, we haven't seen it.
I have not seen.
No,
I have not seen.
it is a Maestro story.
Okay. I'm sure the Maestro story is taken from other stuff too, but like, I just really loved it because it was a really cool thing to see. I normally don't see the Hulk as the intelligent thinker kind of character, and so we have two characters that are both representations of the smart Hulk, and basically Maestro is the consequence of Smart Hulk existing, right?
Yeah.
It's dangerous for the Hulk to be as strong as he is and be as smart as Bruce Banner is. So, yeah, that's my way of saying I'm still going to get this freaking toy because it's cool enough. As is this one.
We get a Iron Spider, Aaron Davis.
Aaron Davis. It's aka the Prowler. He steals an Iron Spider suit and repaints it and puts it on. That's it. The reality is, like, we have to accept that when Marvel makes a really sick ass sculpt that has the potential,
every color is getting made.
Yeah, that has multiple colorways in the comic continuity, they're gonna get made. They're gonna get made. You know what I mean? Like, those legs are too good. The armor is too good. It's gonna get made over and over and over again. So it goes on pre-order tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we're getting Hulk hands. Return to the, I guess they're calling 1-to-1 scale. These aren't 1-to-1 scale. But some true foam Hulk hands.
Are we sure they're not 1-to-1 scale?
They say they're 1-to-1, but I don't think they're 1-to-1.
They're pretty big. I feel like the Hulk would have hands that big.
1-to-1 scale. They have sounds, smash and bash sound effects. They remind me of the ones that I had as a kid, so I will probably be picking those up for $110. Oh my god!
Whoa, they were never that much when I was a kid.
Were never that much.
Weren't they like $15? We bought those in college for fun, just to beat up on each other and stuff. Oh, you get those, and you get the thing, and you just have a party.
Yeah, I guess funny. Thing hands have to be next then.
Yeah, thing hands are cool. They made those last year.
Yeah, but not that size.
Did they not?
No, they're like kid. I mean, they're kid size, but they're not like.
Oh, okay, I got you. I see you. I see. These are for grown-ups to play Hulk with.
Yeah, yeah.
I understand now. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Exciting, I guess. Yeah.
we also got our first look at the Spider Noir, the upcoming Spider-Man Noir show starring Nicolas Cage. We got two versions of the trailer, one in black and white and one in color.
Oh, interesting. Which ones did you watch?
I watched both.
I only watched the black and white one.
You can see the color. I recommend the color one because you can kind of see people a little more clearly. Like I forgot the Sandman's in the show, or a Flint Marco is in the show.
Okay.
And he has sand on his face in the trailer. So okay. I'm assuming that's the Sandman. What'd you think?
I think that the Nick Cage benefits from the massive amount of special effects being used because they are definitely trying to de-age him a little bit in some post-production.
I don't want to see a 62-year-old Spider-Man.
I know. I'm just saying, like, why hire a 62-year-old person to play Spider-Man if you don't want to see a 62-year-old Spider-Man? It's interesting. I feel like his age is gonna be hidden by a lot of awesome stunt work.
I mean, if he just wears the mask the entire time.
Right. Yeah, like this is one Spider-Man that I'm really okay with keeping the mask on as much as possible. But I actually am excited. I'm excited enough. It's like I said a long time ago, don't cast this man. He's too old. I still feel that way, but I understand that he is locked into the character. You know what I mean? Like it's the character from the animated shows, animated movies. So fine, whatever. I don't like that they renamed him Spider Noir. I don't think that was his name in the.
Well, he's also playing Ben Reilly.
Yeah, but we don't know that he wasn't Ben Reilly, or was he not? Did he say he's Peter Parker in the old movie?
I think there were, yeah, right? No,
I don't remember. In fairness, Ben Reilly is an alias that Peter Parker uses.
I thought Ben Reilly was a clone.
A clone of Peter Parker.
Yeah.
That once he got to New York and realized there was already a Peter Parker, he decided to use an alias. He's still Peter Parker. He still is.
I feel like I've read somewhere that there's legal reasons why he cannot be a Peter Parker.
Yeah,
cannot be a live action Peter Parker.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure that's what happened. But I'm saying, just so you're clear, Ben Reilly is still Peter Parker. It's just a nickname he gives. It's a fake name.
We also got another trailer today for something on the Star Wars side.
We got a new one.
I mean, it is the trailer. I don't say a new trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu. Did you not see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, it looks like an episode of The Mandalorian.
Okay, so that's no different than all the trailers we've gotten so far.
You get to see Martin Scorsese plays an alien. That's kind of cool.
Wait, Martin Scorsese is in this?
He voices an alien, yeah.
But I thought he hated the Marvel universe.
I mean, if you got
so he's cool with the Star Wars universe.
He's cool with the Star Wars universe. You get to see some Hutts, a Rod of the Hutt. You get to see Zeb, our buddy Zeb.
Zeb Aurelius?
Yeah, he's in this movie.
Really?
He was in the last episode of Mando.
Was he?
Yeah. I think the most out of left field, aside from the Scorsese pool, is I guess they show another bounty hunter called, is it Ebu? Edu? Ebu?
I don't know.
He was in there's a bounty hunter from the Clone Wars that pops up in this trailer.
Okay. Another one.
Coming May 22nd.
I'll check out the trailer at some point, but and I know we'll probably do a special episode.
Yeah, let's say, do we do a show on this or no?
Yeah, we'll do it. It's fine, but you can tell how excited I am right now. It's like I'm super amped. Yeah, it's cool. I feel like the decline of that show is just so.
Decline's
It's
a strong word.
it every season got worse.
Sigourney Weaver's in this movie too.
Sigourney Weaver's in everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to find something to show me?
No, I'll say my only piece on this is I think it's a year too late. I think they should have put this out a little sooner.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's no momentum for Mando and Grogu.
I will say I think it's cool as shit that in 2026 we have a movie with a puppet like the other main character. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, let's just make more Muppets movies.
Yeah, we should make more Muppets movies. That's another.
Did you watch the Muppet?
I've not seen the Muppet special.
It's awesome. It's great. Give them more. Give them more work, Disney. Like, seriously, why is Disney not just remaking all of their animated movies into Muppets versions?
Making Muppets is expensive. Like making the Muppet Show.
I feel like it's worth it.
It's worth you either get the Muppets or you keep Sesame Street, because both are not doing so hot right now.
I don't think Disney owns Sesame Street.
They don't, but I'm pretty sure Sesame Street's going to go back on the block right now for because HBO's, I believe, is dropping.
Netflix took them over.
Netflix, sorry.
Netflix is dropping Sesame Street.
They're not bringing in the money.
Of course, they're not bringing in the money. That's not what Sesame Street's about.
I'm giving the news. I'm just all I'm saying.
All right. Let's.
I would employ Elmo.
Thank goodness somebody needs to in this economy. All right. Is there any more news that I can get either upset or act excited about?
There's Alex Ross's new Marvel run. Marvel Dimensions will feature at least 200 new variants of Marvel characters. So I don't know if that excites you or not.
It almost does. I'm not gonna say I'm so anti Alex Ross that like the idea of seeing what he does at this in 2026 with 200 characters, I kind of want to see it. One
of them is Colossus with a cape.
No, I don't want to see it. What? Get out of here.
That's just one of 200. You have 199 more chances to love
Let's go talk about Batman.
That's all the toys you're going to get.
You did it. You got me upset about Alex Ross.
For the record, I like Alex Ross.
I know you do. Everybody does except me.
Batman 1989, directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Composed by Danny Elfman. And where do we begin? I think to set the stage though, you mentioned it earlier, but this is probably the page turn on the next generation of like superhero.
It really is
media.
It really is. Yeah.
Like it is, I guess, coincidentally, The Dark Knight is another one of those pages being turned, but like this movie really does elevate what these characters can be, for sure.
Well, yeah. I think that there's something really interesting to talk about, like, and it's my friend Vince, Vince, he when I first was meeting him in college, like, we were geeking out on comic books, and I was asking him, like, who his favorite character is. And his favorite character is Jean Grey. Like, he loves Jean Grey in the comics, always has.
Who may or may not be in a Spider-Man movie. Oh, we didn't talk about that. There's some.
But my point was, like, I respected his opinion, even though that's not my pick, right? Because my picks have always been Spider-Man and Batman. Like, those are two of my favorite superhero characters to enjoy. I love their looks. I love their whole I love their whole thing, man. Like everything
Mhm.
about them for different reasons, right? Like I just think like I wish Batman could just like leave DC and come live at Marvel because I think he's the most interesting character in the DC universe.
Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, pack. Just Batman or Batman
Just
and
that
his and his villains?
I would take well, yeah, you take the whole
No, see,
you take the
uh,
whole Batman mythos with him. Like you take I'm saying I don't need any of the other ones. Leave them all. But let's not go too far down the rabbit hole. My point is, I like Batman and I like Spider-Man, and as long as I've known Vince, I've always felt really bad for him because I like Travis, our other friend Travis likes to say, there I've experienced an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Spider-Man and
mhm.
Batman, right? I can point to like the worst of either of their movies and I'd still watch it. I would still watch it though. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Like because there's something charming about them, and like every single one that they've released for either of them has tried to do something new with the character, right? Like they really try. And yes, to your point, this Batman said, "Okay, let's look at the landscape of Batman movies. Okay, the only one there is Adam West. I think we can pivot and we can go in a totally different direction with this." And I think that like the decision was so good because me in 1989 as an 11-year-old kid who had been reading Batman comics for at least 6 years of my life at that point, right?
Mhm.
Had zero issue with seeing him in a black suit in live action for the first time. I looked at it and I was like, "Oh yeah, that kind of works. That kind of works better, right?" Because like bats aren't really blue and gray, right? Like they're not. And don't get me wrong, Spider-Man ain't dressed like a spider either. It's fine, but you know what I mean? Like that wardrobe change alone was enough to spark so much interest that like, dude, Ricky, you can't even understand how long the lines at the theater were back then. It was out
Well,
of control.
I mean, Quiz, you gotta set the tone for me, but this also set off like what like blockbuster marketing for movies
For reals.
can be, right? Because you had the
Yes.
cups, you had the McDonald's toy,
Yeah.
the game, the regular toys.
Dude, not even
Uh,
just that. You know all those random shots of the Batmobile just driving down a road really quick?
mhm.
Those got used in like commercials for what's the LoJack and stuff like that, or something like LoJack, like a different like a service.
Batman, he's wearing Nikes. Like his boots are Nike boots.
Yeah, right? Like,
What? Yeah, there's a ton of shit in there.
dude, that car had so many of its own commercials, like sponsorships, like just the car. Like you didn't even need Batman to be in all the commercials. That's how strong of a marketing onslaught this thing was. Like it so like that's why it wasn't like in hindsight, it's not surprising the insane lines out the door, out the movie theaters, like which wasn't a very common thing back then. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
God, there's two roller coasters at Magic Mountain for this stupid movie.
yeah, dude, because Batman's the shit and he made a ton of money. He made so much money.
Batman, the Riddler. I think there is a Joker. Oh my god.
Yeah. But he made so much money for Warner Brothers that they got gun shy for another what 15 years about or was it was right about 15 years for making anybody that wasn't a Batman
Oh yeah, I mean
in movie
nothing else
theaters,
got
right?
made after.
Yeah, because they're like, oh my god, only make these are like so much money
Like
for us.
when did when was the Justice League movie? The first one supposed to come out. The George Miller Justice League.
Oh, I don't even know, man, but it was after Batman had a black suit.
Yeah. Um. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. The bar got set so high. I mean, same thing, right?
Yeah.
As the Spider-Man conversation, like it really reset on what everyone's expectations of like.
Hmm.
Oh, you gotta. This is the bar to clear has now been raised
Yeah.
exponentially.
The other thing, and I don't mean to make this a giant comparison with Spider-Man the whole time, but But the other thing to attribute to the success of this movie is the choice of director, right? Like, just like Spider-Man, it's a director that you wouldn't think of on first glance about, like, oh yeah, that's the right person for this job. But Tim Burton, man, this guy came with a freaking vision, you know what I mean? And this is off the heels of like Edward Scissorhands, I think. And he done Beetlejuice. I'm trying to remember. He hadn't done a lot of big movies by this point, but Warner Brothers trusted him to go in his direction with Batman. You know what I mean? Because like I think that's what they were looking for, is something different. And damn, if this Batman, like, I like, again, I told you I can give you complaints, but if this Batman isn't really clean to look at and really fun to watch, I think you're watching a different movie. Like, is this movie not fun?
It's a good time. You know what's funny? Like I didn't watch this movie for the first time till well, I was very much an adult when I watched this. Like I just had skipped this particular movie.
Okay, okay.
But I have fond memories of going to Six Flags as a kid, and well, back then Six Flags would have the Batman area, right? And that was always my
Mhm,
favorite place to visit, which is very heavily inspired by this movie. But they would
mhm.
also have a Batman show. I used to love going to that show because they had like a guy in the suit dressing up and kicking butt. So I always have it's weird because I have like fond memories of like that version of this Batman, right? Or all the leftover toys that
Mm.
I got from this movie growing up, but I never actually consumed like the source. So
That's
watching it as an adult and watching it again, like I
but
I don't
it
think it's the best Batman movie. I think it's
no,
definitely
no, it's
there's
not the best.
definitely gaps, but god damn it, that man had a vision
Yes,
and
but
they stuck to it. It's
but
like
you,
I mean it's almost similar to Batman 66 where it's like they know
yeah.
the lane
Mhm,
and they know the barriers to that lane. They
mhm.
skirt up to either side,
Yeah.
but they stay on track. They don't like there's not a lot of deviation for what they're trying to do. And it's a better movie because of it.
Yeah, and then I think that's nail on the head, man, because like think about it. Like if you're only looking at the designs that you know are based on that movie and they're enough to instill a sense of strong nostalgia inside of you, right? Probably other things associated with it too, right? You probably had fun going on rides and spending time with your friends and family and stuff like that. But a key moment in your brain is like processing how much you appreciated looking at those Batman designs. And that is because of the vision of Tim Burton at the helm of that crazy amount of that team that put together looks that are so freaking iconic. Like, let's be real. Least practical Batmobile,
Probably.
sexy as hell though, right? Is that not a sexy car? Like it is. It's so
I
beautiful.
mean, the fins, like
Yeah,
I feel like even Tumblr aside, like every bat has like some type of
yeah.
fin.
Yeah. Just to be clear, let's just really quick side note. If you consider four, I don't consider the. I mean, no, you know what? I'll let you do it. Rank movie Batmobiles, the ones you know. You don't have to know
Mm,
like name ones you don't know. I consider
mm.
there to be four. I don't consider the
They are different throughout the movies than the Schumacher.
the Schumacher ones are different.
Yeah,
Yes, there's technically six movie Batmobiles because Tim Burton uses the same one in both movies.
I liked uh, the Tim Burton one. I like the Batman's Batmobile. I think that's a good choice. Um, I like I like the one from Batman and Robin with the big middle fin.
Yeah.
a
Okay.
lot.
All right. I know. I get it.
Um,
I get it.
I'll
It's
say
got
this: the Tumblr is my least favorite one. How about that?
wow, really?
Yeah.
Tumblr's my favorite.
But I like the Tumblr Bat cycle combo.
Yeah, because the Tumblr's a transformer. The
Yeah.
Tumblr, the Tumblr is the so my thing about it is like, and I know I'm wrong here. Like, trust me, I
Hmm.
know what I'm saying as I say it. I know that the Tumblr is the most practical of all the Batmobiles, right? It has the most uses, right? You can do it. You can do it. You saw it. That
Yeah.
thing drove on rooftops, right? Like it can jump. It can jump bridge gaps. It can lay bridges down. It can do all kinds of stuff. So technically, from one angle of Batman's identity, it seems the most plausible. But that is to assume that I have forgotten that he also dresses up like a bat and likes to throw batarangs at people and do lots of bat themed things in his combat. And in that respect, he really failed on the Tumblr. He really, he let everyone down because like you have a motif, bro, and all you did is spray paint it
He
black.
painted it black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I mean,
painted it
it's
black.
most.
That's it. You're right. You're right. The more I think about it, the one in Batman and Robin is right up Batman's alley, man. It really is. It's just go big or go home, right?
Yeah.
So, but I also, for that respect, I also really love the 1960s one too, because
Oh yeah, yeah. With the
that
two
one
little
went big for
pods and.
then, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that one's cool. It's a cool one. Um, it's hard to say, but for some reason, no matter where I put all the Batmobiles for practicality or sexiness or coolness, I can't let go of Tim Burton's. Like it's like number two for me all the time. Just because it's the way it shines under the lights that they use in those movies is
Mhm.
just really beautiful. And it you know what it does? It works to fully sell the new style, which is all black, right? Because like there's not a lot going on in the Bat Cave in this movie that's selling the all black. It's just a cave.
No.
It's just a cave. You know what I mean? So like you only really get three things to sell his new look in this movie. You get his suit, you get the car, and then you get the plane. And the plane is iconic. The plane is something that I don't remember seeing a plane look like that from Batman before this movie. And see, this is how crazy this movie is. We've been talking about the artistic design of the movie, which I believe it won an Academy Award for so
The
long.
plane's pretty cool. I totally, yeah. The plane is probably the best one. It's just it's a fucking logo. It's all.
It's the logo, right? But it's so smart, right? It's so clever. The plane is like the plane takes everything that you all the craziness that you got from the movie and then or I mean from the middle of the movie with the car and then it's like we can do you one better and here's the plane. And I think the craziest thing about that, Ricky, is I think it's the exact same strategy they use in the 60s movie too, right? They started with the car and they're like, we can do one better with the car. Here's a helicopter.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, also, we got a boat. You know what I mean? Like, and it's so funny because maybe those blew away audiences back then the way Tim Burton did with these. I can't even I couldn't tell, but I'm just saying, like, Tim Burton made this movie look so good. And that's not even talking about the story. So let you can talk about the story. Talk about it. Tell me what you think about it.
I mean, it's the, I guess what would seem classic, right? It's the classic double origin story of Batman and Joker.
And it's so generic, right?
It's very like,
It's so generic.
honestly, when you start breaking down the story for what it is now, it's like I think I don't want to say it's the weaker part of the movie because it's very much like Joker's, normal generic thug falls into the vat of acid, right?
Yeah.
And then out comes the Joker, and now it's just Batman fighting the Joker for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. And I should point out, I always was really impressed about Heath Ledger's Dark Knight because he does so many different things in that movie. I honestly kind of forgot how many different Joker plots Jack Nicholson has in this movie. He has a lot,
Still in
right?
paintings. He's
Yeah, he's still in paintings. He's creating a chemical that like he plants inside of different consumer products in order to poison them. At some point, he's gonna like kill all of Gotham City with his poison gas.
he
Dude,
shoots on the plane with the gun.
I know, right? He has a lot of things going on in this movie.
My favorite part of because this movie like takes place over the span of like a couple of days, right?
I don't know. There's a lot of newspaper articles about these guys.
Like in one scene, the Joker is like the accident happens, and then like 10 minutes later, this man has like entire gang with merch.
Yeah. Also, he's got a doctor that's rigged a special makeup solution for him, right?
Like he kind of has it all figured out, like in just a couple of days.
Are we sure it's a couple of days? That's what I can't tell. Like, you know what I mean? I think were we jumping through time a couple like days, weeks at a time?
I don't know.
Like you're right though. He does. He makes moves. Like I feel like going in that acid was like the ultimate birth for him or rebirth, right? Because that guy knows exactly what he wants to do at any given moment, all the time. He even like he's chasing Vicky Vale for no good reason other than he's got the hots for her. She's not even like his main plan. He actually just leaves sometimes after he's pursued her for a little bit. Like the scene where he goes to her apartment, like, and Bruce is there, and Bruce, it's like, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. And that scene is so ridiculous. And then when Joker's done killing a guy, he's like,
I'm out.
I'm kind of bored now. And he just leaves, right? Like, I'm like, didn't you go to her house for a reason, for her apartment? It's he.
I mean, on the flip side, that is very Joker-esque of just like
It is, right?
Fuck shit up just
to bounce
on principle.
Yeah. So like on watching this, like I kind of really did love Jack Nicholson because I didn't realize how useful he was with his scenes. Like he does a lot.
Like he does a lot of heavy lifting with selling that character.
He sells that character so hard. It's pretty crazy. Like I used to joke that he's like just Jack Nicholson in this movie. Nah, man. He's like Jack Nicholson unhinged in this movie. He's quite crazy, but not in a way that scares you the way Heath Ledger does, right? Like it's still fun to watch and not be, I don't know. There's a difference. Like
one's like an agent of chaos where the Nicholson Joker is more like
performative.
Yeah.
He's trying to be a clown, but
like he's in on the bit of him being to your point, a clown. Whereas Joker, the Heath Ledger one is very much
just a guy wearing clown makeup that's gonna do some bad shit to the whole world. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. That's the difference. And you know what I think it is there are moments in this movie that I felt Jack Nicholson was trying to do Cesar Romero.
Yeah. It comes out. It comes out but it stays within the guardrails, right?
Within the Tim Burton universe, but a Cesar Romero take, right? Like, and that's
a little darker, little edgier, but also not. I don't want to say not violent, but
also his henchmen were wearing branded material. Like they had the actual comic book Joker's face on. Well,
someone had to make a sketch of
comic
book caricature of this person.
Yeah, and it's based on him. Like it had to have been more than a couple days, right? Like, come on, it was weeks. I'm gonna say it was weeks. That's ridiculous if this was over the course of like 5 days.
How many days does Tim Burton?
If they had Joker branded merch by like day 3, even their cars were painted up right. You know what I mean? Like they had They painted all the cars. No way. ChatGPT is not going to know the right answer to this for sure. Okay.
I'm still looking up, but I do also do like how it is it is a weirdly like retro futuristic in kind of the same way, like not in the same style, but like how Fantastic Four, it's very much
It's
of
like
a time,
but
but
it's
there's
more goth.
still
This is gothic.
there's
It's
more
more
gothic, but there's still
yeah.
modern technology.
Yeah,
Kind
yeah,
of.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's a very cool aesthetic that is not surprising from the man that did Edward Scissorhands or Big Fish or Pee-wee's Big Adventure. You know what I mean? Like he is dialed in on aesthetics, and that I think that's what makes this movie just a beautiful piece of art to watch, right? Is because from beginning to end, every scene is feeding the narrative. It's feeding the story, the visual story that you're getting from this whole thing, and so it's really cool. Like I love Jack Nicholson's. I mean, sorry, the Joker's girlfriend like kills herself off screen in one part of the movie. Like you're like, what is going on? It's like a whole soap opera. So that's why I cannot believe this is only 4 days or 5 days of time. There's so much life changes that happen. Vicky Vale's like full on dating Batman through this movie.
I feel like it's a couple of days.
That's amazing if it is. Billy D. Williams was Harvey Dent, and that is the biggest promise that was unfulfilled. And I'm so sad about that because wouldn't that have been the coolest thing ever to have Harvey Dent back when most people didn't know who Harvey Dent was? Like,
They do pick up on it in the comics. There's a Batman 89 comic.
I know, because we all know that that was the promise that was being made, is that Billy D. Williams, because you got to remember, Batman, like
This is a
the
post
first,
Star Wars Billy D. Williams.
yes, of course it is, but it's like 10 years. Well, I guess he's in Empire, so 8 years post Star Wars. But the thing is like we take for granted that Two-Face is a household name, but he wasn't a household name before before Tommy Lee Jones did it. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And Tommy Lee Jones's version, we can talk about that later, but that is rough. It is bad. Okay.
He looked the part though.
Yeah, I guess. So I would have really loved to have seen, like, because I got enamored with this world. We talked about it for so long already, right? I would have loved to have seen the Two-Face story play out in theaters for the first time for audiences who largely weren't unfamiliar with this character. Because for us watching The Dark Knight, we've already had the Batman animated series, which was inspired by these movies and went on to tell like stories that spawn numerous different cartoons, right? We know that world, and now we all are like, duh, we know who Two-Face is. You know what I mean? So when we, as a collective group, watched The Dark Knight, it's not surprising that he ends up being Two-Face, right? But imagine audiences being introduced to the character of Harvey Dent in a movie, and then like 2 movies later, he would become.
Don't hold your breath, but we got. I know. Sebastian Stan might be able to do that for you.
No, because if they did it right, he would have been introduced in the last movie. Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like that's how cool that could have been, but we'll never know, and it's okay.
Sorry, you got me thinking of like. I think that Batman Begins has the best version of Gotham in those movies because it kind of more or less resembles the Burton Gotham.
The which Gotham?
The Gotham in Batman Begins.
No, it resembles what Gotham?
The Tim Burton.
Oh, the Burton Gotham. Oh, okay, I couldn't hear the word Burton.
Yeah.
You think that one's the closest to Burton's?
In terms of like the newer one, out of those movies, yes.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say, because I feel like Batman Forever is still trying.
No, their peak they go full Burton, and then they like, oh,
Okay. And then they go cartoon Burton.
they like scale back. So you get Batman Begins is kind of Burton-y with the monorail and shit and all the other.
I
It's
see.
it's a more of an
Yeah.
amalgam of a city, whereas like
Yeah.
by Dark Knight, it's just basically Chicago.
For sure. It's totally Chicago by Dark Knight Dark Knight Rises. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
it's just like
That is just straight up. Hey, we're just an actual city in
Wayne
America.
Enterprises. It's literally just Trump Tower.
Yeah. It's bad. I understand what you're saying. I understand. Of those ones, yeah. I kind of think that the Dark Knight, or I mean, sorry, the Batman Gotham is a better Gotham.
Well, the pendulum swings back, right? You get the Batman Gotham.
You're right. You're right.
And then you get the Penguin.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, that's a embarrassment of riches, right?
Yeah,
we have so many Batmans to choose
I
from.
I like the trajectory we're going on. We're gonna go back to full silly Batman here, which we are with ideally James Gunn's silly Batman.
Dude, not even just like 2 movies from now. Watch the tonal shift from Batman to Batman Returns. It's a difference. Like even Tim Burton is gonna go like he turns himself up to 11, and it gets wild. When was the last time you saw Batman Returns?
I don't think I've ever seen that movie in full.
Holy shit! Just know that Tim Burton is good friends with Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman, and even I think this was after the sex scandal. He still casts Paul Rubens in the first scene of Batman Returns.
What does he play in that movie?
He plays the Penguin's father.
Oh,
it's like one scene, but just letting you know that's it's a little look at how wacky Batman Returns gets. They're like, we need Pee Wee Herman in this movie. God damn it! Honestly, it might have been before the sex scandal. It was after Pee Wee Herman was off the air, for sure. But I think the reason it went off the air was...
Oh, he has a monocle.
Yes. Yeah. You'll see. We should probably end the show and just talk about that movie next time. Because I think the point we're making is these movies are awesome to watch, and I'm really excited to watch all of them.
Paul Rubens was on Gotham?
Oh, was he really?
He was.
Cool. That's cool.
Oh, interesting.
We're done, right? We're done with the show.
He returned as the Penguin's dad in Gotham.
Huh. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's weird.
All right. That's weird. This movie's important. I think you should. I think if you want to attend a Comic-Con, you have to watch this movie.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's the law.
Yeah. Wait till they get a load of me.
You want to get nuts? Get nuts.
Where does he get these wonderful toys? It's a lot. It's a lot of one-liners in this movie, man. It's too many.
But you know, this movie, for its strengths and weaknesses, has transcended time. Even more so that they brought him back for the Flash, and for the long lost Batgirl movie.
Oh man.
So
I would love to see that movie one day. I'm so sad.
It might if a certain deal gets purchased. You know, that's some prime Netflix content just to throw out there.
That is some prime Netflix content. That would be cool. Yeah. All right. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes. Next week we will be talking about Batman Returns.
Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Christopher Walken. So good. Did you know Christopher Walken was in it?
I did. He played, what's his name?
Max Schreck.
Max Schreck, yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do that.
Until then, true believers, no